And once we have the JDK downloaded onto the system, we have to ensure that the system recognises that it does have a Java virtual machine installed. Now to do this, we need to go back to the Start button and open up the command line interface. So again, we click on the Start button, we select Run, and we open up the command line interface. Now I'm going to put one of the many commands in for activating a Java command, and the one I'm going to select is javac, which is J-A-V-A-C. Now this is one of the many commands that you would put in to compile or run a Java program. And we select Enter, and here you can see javac is not recognised as an internal or external command. This means that the system doesn't know the path to go to activate this exe file, which operates as a compiling command for Java. So we shut this down. Now to rectify this, to ensure that Java can reach our files, we go again to the Start button. This time we open up the control panel and we go to System, open up the System window, and we go to this selection here, which is Change Settings. Here we can see System Properties. Now on the System Properties window, we go to the Advanced tab, and we go to the bottom of the window and we see Environmental Variables. Now we select Environmental Variables. You can see there are two already entered, but we need to enter a path so that the system knows where our commands are for the Java virtual machine. So we need to create a new path for the environmental variables. So we open up this window for the new user variable, where we have variable name and variable value. Just as an extra, I have gone on to Wikipedia, and this is an explanation of an environmental variable or environmental variables. Environmental variables are a set of dynamic named values that can affect the way running processes will behave on a computer. They are part of the environment in which a process runs, and Java is a process which we are putting into the Windows system, so we need to get a path to the exe files for Java. To do this, on the variable name we enter path, all in capitals. It's quite important that we put them all in capitals. Now the variable value is the path to where all the Java exe files are saved, and on this system, if you remember back, it was in the program files for on the C drive. So we find the C drive and we click on the C drive, and this is the computer C drive. We go to program files, and there we see Java. We go to JDK, and it's the JDK 1.860. Make sure you don't select the JRE, it is the JDK we need to go into. So double click on JDK, and then we see here we need to go into the bin file, and here you can see this is all exe files for the Java virtual machine. So we click on this path for the bin files for our Java coding for the JDK, and we copy this path. We can now close this down, and the variable value, that path is pasted in to the variable value box. Now you need to click OK, and again we can see the path has been entered into our environmental variables, so we need to close this down by clicking on OK. It's quite important that they do the OK button and not the cancel. We click OK, and again we still haven't saved, it still hasn't been saved into the system. We need to ensure that we click OK again, and then we can close this window down. Now we go back to our Start button. Again we open up the command line interface, and we will put the same command in again, JAVAC, and enter, and this time you can see the javac file was recognised, or the javac command was recognised, and these are all the switches that you can use with the javac command when compiling or running Java operations. You can close this down. So we now know that when we write code, which this is a basic example of code, when we write this code and we do the javac and the Java commands, what will come out onto the command line interface would be hello world, which we will do in another video. but that operation that we've just done has ensured that the system recognises we have Java loaded on to our system. I hope this video has been of some value to you, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've really enjoyed making it, as I always do, and I look forward to seeing you in one of my other videos. Bye just now.